Good morning, y'all. I thought I would start in the dahlias because they're starting to bloom. And this is Cafe LA. I have several suppliers. I have bought this from many because I keep trying to grow it. It's hard to grow in this heat. But this year, she's looking beautiful. They're just starting to bloom. Some of these, this is Camino Zoe right here, and I bought that from a supplier that's in the Hudson Valley, and it's taken 2 years for it to get to a place of blooming. And so I'm learning about dahlias. Over there, right there where the stakes are, those dahlias came from Melissa Smith at Fralick Farms in South Carolina, and every single one of them came up. So she's close to my climate, and I think that it really makes a difference. Where you buy dahlia tubers, some people might dispute that and argue with that, but when I buy them from other suppliers, I get about half to come up. And dahlia tubers are not all cheap. But anyway, let's look at the daylilies a little bit. They're full, really full, and they're so pretty. I do enjoy them. I have to deadhead every morning, which, the women in my family, I can still see my mama doing it, and my grandmothers. It's just something that we do. So I haven't deadheaded everything this morning because I wanted to go ahead and get this done. Here's a section where I'm focusing on white. So there's 3 different ones there, and then outside the fence there's another one. I think it's Wedding Band. So it's Wedding Band, Ski Chalet, Jones Senior, and Ice Castles. So I'm just focusing on that. And here's another thing I think that you need to see. See, that's Japanese beetles ruining the dahlia. I tell you what, gardeners have to be an optimistic bunch, because this year it seems like there's one thing after another, and it's hard sometimes to make yourself focus on the good. So that's what we're going to do in this garden this morning. We're going to focus on the good. This is my seedlings bed, and this pink one, there's one back there. It's already right there. It didn't have but 1 or 2 blooms this year. But this pink one right here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to just name that after Betsy, my daughter. And this one, this terracotta, I love the color. The buds, this one's been blooming for a few weeks, and it has been a complete success. It's just beautiful. This one, this yellow daylily, came from my grandmother Lewis's yard. Somebody gave it to me a few years ago when Daddy died. At his funeral, they brought it to me. And to have one from Ellistonia, my grandmother's garden, it's just really special. So here's the herb corner. And we still have zucchini going, which that's good. We've had a few off of it. And the squash bed, it always makes the garden look pretty when everything's full. And if you're a beginning gardener, plant beans. They will make you successful. They grow and grow and fill in the bed and make it beautiful. So over here are tomatoes. This bed's doing pretty good. Well, not actually, really good. These are cherry tomatoes, and I don't know what kind that one is right there, but let's look around here. The basil, it's coming along. Basil, those are greasy beans back there. They're finally climbing the fence. And here's more greasy beans. I love them. And the cucumbers. We're actually having cucumbers this year, so that's promising. But this bed right here, we're not going to look at it, but for just a second, every tomato plant's wilted, but this one. And it's got plenty of tomatoes on it, so we'll see what happens. The okra And right here, oh my goodness. Oh, look, here is a sunflower showing its color. The zinnias. I keep looking at the flower farmers plant their flowers really close because they are for cutting and not for just, for beauty. So I've started trying to emulate that, and I have planted things closer to get more in. So maybe that'll work good. But I love zinnias. I plant them every year. I have planted them since I was 20 years old, so quite a few years. Here's another sunflower. These are the ones that only have one flower. So it's really important that it looks good. These are branching and they'll have more than one. But here's I know I'm spanning too quick, sorry. Here's an overview of the garden. This time of year is it's hot, but it's fun because there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to pick. And the flowers are beginning, like the daylily will probably be 2 or 3 more weeks, and the dahlias will be really putting on. So all this work is starting to really pay off. There's more cucumbers. So one thing about gardening is you keep trying and you try again, because cucumbers have been really bad the last 2 years probably. Last year I hardly had any, and this year they seem to be producing. So, and there's Miss Teeny. They love to eat grass. And this is home. This is home. So I hope you're gardening and getting outside doing something. This is Mona from Winter Past.